Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. 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 I don't understand why we're getting this ridiculous echo. At least we're not getting the high-pitched squealing. Ridiculous echo. All right. At least we're not getting the high-pitched squealing. Okay. All right. Can you take the game audio down another, like, 25%? Can you take the game audio down another, like, 25%? Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Test, test, test. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Is your cell phone near your laptop? If so, move them not next to each other. Is your cell phone near your laptop? If so, move them not next to each other. Alright, well, this is just what we're going to have to deal with. Alright, well, this is just what we're going to have to deal with. Why in the world is there this high-pitched squeal? Why in the world is there this high-pitched squeal? Why in the world is there this high-pitched squeal? Okay, can I hear myself talk? Barely. That's fine, I'm gonna have to deal with it. All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the national championship game of season 17 of League 1. National championship game. We have the number 2 and reigning champions Syracuse Orange taking on the Michigan Wolverine. I'm going to take a quick look through the Wolverine lineup here and then get kicked off. Stan Charles is the impact player, quarterback of the Wolverines. He is an 89 overall with not great awareness, but he is a very young sophomore, so expect good things from him anyway. Wolverines, he is an 89 overall with not great awareness, but he's a very young sophomore, so expect good things from him anyway. He gets about 182 yards a game through the air. And any on the ground? He gets about 182 yards a game. 47, so he does scramble, so that is dangerous. And any on the ground? Now, the halfback is a 93 All-American with 95 speed. Tyler Smart is an All-American. He's excellent. He gets 112 on the ground and 95 speed. Tyler Smart is an All-American. He's excellent. Nothing through the air. Looking at the fullback, the second tight end is good. He gets another 60 yards a game, so they use two fullbacks, it's two halfbacks, and then the fullback is an 87, and he's all right. 60 yards a game, so they use two fullbacks, it's two halfbacks, and then the fullback is an 87, and he's all right. All right, Carl Smith is 99 overall with 99 speed. He's backed up by Butler, who's got 96 speed. And even the third and fourth are 95, 96 speed. They are going to be speed demons all night. 75 to Smith per game and another 60 to Butler. Moore only gets 15. 75 to Smith per looks like they go to the 2 wide receivers. So they like the 2 halfbacks, they like the 2 receivers, and it looks like Robinson is probably guy number 5 at 93. Yeah, he gets 40 yards a game. That's an involved tight end. And it looks like Robinson is probably guy number 5 at 90. Across the offensive line, it's 92 at the left tackle position, and then 92 at left guard, 91 at center, 95 at right guard, All-American, and 85 is the weakness at right tackle, but an incredible offensive line. 95 at right guard, All-American, and 85. The left end is a 90 All-American, Clint Williams, with speed at 84, and Ricky Bowers on the right is an 81 speed at 88. Dan Johnson is a 96 senior at D tackle. He's backed up by Stewart, who's an 85. Leroy Sowell is an All-American 91 left outside linebacker. He flanks the middle linebacker, impact player Paul Walton, who's an 84. And Eric Palmer is a 91 at right outside linebacker. So outside linebackers, excellent. 93, 89, 85 at the nickel. Great awareness there for the second and third corners. Really going to be a great secondary for these Wolverines with a 90 overall senior free safety and a 93 strong safety. Yeah, that's going to be a very dangerous secondary. Senior free safety. And the kicker, excellent kicker with fantastic accuracy, not as good power. And the kicker, excellent kicker with fantastic accuracy, not as good power. There you go. Excellent punters. And that's the team for the Michigan Wolverines. Excellent punters. That's the team for the Michigan Wolverines. An impressive season so far for Syracuse, undefeated with a combined opponents percentage at 83 and 74. An impressive season so far after beating Georgia Tech in the ACC championship last week. 83 and 74. An impressive season so far after beating Georgia Tech. Michigan, a great season as well, with a number of marquee wins. Not as good of a combined opponent win percentage. In fact, more losses than wins by 1. But a number of important wins over excellent teams like Ohio State and Maryland. And those were both close games. And now they'll take on the number 2 Syracuse Orange, who are 13-0. Take on the number 2 Syracuse Orange for 13-0. All right, and as you can see here, 2 undefeated teams. Syracuse, number 1 in offensive points, defensive yards, and rushing. Michigan, on the other hand, number 1 in nothing, but top 10 in points, offensive points, defensive yards, defensive rush defense, and 11th and 13th in offensive rushing and defensive passing. So we clearly know here that the Wolverines want to run the ball. Their best players, as here, the kicker, the left tackle, left guard, although hand is injured. Let's see what kind of injury on the injury report. The left tackle, left guard. And then the players for Syracuse. Let's see what kind of injury on the injury report. Looks like hand will play. And then the players for hand broke his hand, but he will play. Looks like Tarkenton, Fletcher, and Mann who lead the way for the Orange. But he will play. Tarkenton, the 99 overall quarterback.
Hi, everybody. Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. The dream is similar for every team that starts the season. The reality can be cold, and only 2 teams have the opportunity to play for the BCS championship. In recent years, teams like Alabama, Florida, LSU, Texas, and USC have etched their name among the legendary squads in college football. And in this game, one team will have the right to join them. The BCS championship game is finally here. We've done all we can do here. Time to tee it up. Let's send it out to Brad and Kirk for the call. David and I will be with you.
All right, welcome to Cardinal Stadium in Arizona. For the national title game here between the Orange and the Wolverines. They've rolled the field back indoors after letting it spend most of the nice, gentle Arizona winter outside. They said, hey, get in here, we need you.
Welcome to the University of Phoenix Stadium, the site of the BCS National Championship game. And now let's head down to the coin toss. It is brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste and 0 calories. Enjoy everything. Knight is lined up and just about ready to send this one off as we're ready to get this game underway. The kick is away and the national championship is underway. And they can forget about returning this one. So let's see what the offense can do as they come out onto the field. Tackle after a decent run.
Smart up the middle out of a heavy formation to start the game for Michigan. Smart up the middle out of a heavy formation to start the game for Michigan.
It's 2nd and 4 to go. Ball on the 31-yard line.
That's a very good question.
Nice run, and he's brought down.
All right. Batla, when you get this, can you pause for a second? And go to the menu when you get a chance. Question: do you have Twitch.tv? Do you have this stream open in a browser in Twitch or something somewhere? Move to game strategy if yes, game stats if no. This stream open in a browser in Twitch or something somewhere. Move to game strategy. Okay. If yes, game stats if no. Close Twitch on your computer. Close the Twitch in your browser. That's what's causing us all these audio problems. You want OBS open, you want Discord open, you don't want anything else open on your computer.
Third down, less than a yard. Ball on their own 35.
Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Oh God, that was it. Now we sound so much better. I'm sorry to do that to you on 3rd and inches as he scrambles out.
And he's taken down at the 35. He started the run and started the field ahead of
Stan Charles gets 30 on 3rd and inches, right up the middle. It was wide open. I'm sorry for breaking your concentration, but that was unlistenable. Thank you so much. Sorry about that. And the ball is now on the 35.
The 35-yard line. First down.
And the sack makes it 2nd and 15, a big defensive play after the big scramble.
From the 39-yard line. 2nd down. Tackle made right around the 42-yard line.
And the defense is in the backfield again, pushing him back another 3 yards. It's 3rd and 17. From the 42-yard line now, the defense against a relatively heavy formation for 3rd down.
Converted 1 3rd down play on this drive, but
2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, and a halfback. Charles under center in the ace. Brooks forcing him out of the pocket. He scrambles. He breaks. Oh, no. He gets shoestringed or calved there. Stan Charles gets 8 yards. And it's going to be 4th and 10 from the 34. They're sending out the kicker for a long field goal, the first points attempt of the game.
He gets it up, and it's long enough, and he missed it to the right.
And it's wide right.
But it just kept slicing to the right.
A big defensive play there. Get the stop after giving up big yards on 3rd and inches. They get the stop. They push him just to the edge of his field goal range. He had the range. He did not have the angle.
So here comes the offense taking the field for the first time today. There are 5 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. Caught, open field. Syracuse
And over the middle to Allworth from the right slot, right between those 2 high safeties.
Sit down with this kid. He's very special. There's really no surprise.
And that's a big play there.
1st and 10
for Syracuse.
Ball on the 37-yard line. Nice run there.
Tarkenton keeps it out of the split big. 2 halfbacks, two tight ends, and the quarterback keeps and gets 6 yards.
They'll line up with 5 wide receivers.
5 wide receivers for Tarkenton. He scrambles out. He doesn't like anybody's looks, and he gets about 13 yards and slides.
And he knew he could get the first.
1st and 10 now from the 24. A couple of big plays, and now the Orange are knocking on the door. They come out in a shotgun ace. Biner in the left slot comes in motion. Tarkenton keeps it, pitches it to Biner, who's way outside at the time. He gets 10, 15, 19 yards and out of bounds. 1st and goal from the 5.
And they're executing well. but the defense is just letting them maintain possession and move the ball right down the field. They've got to try to change things up with their scheme. Be more aggressive, attack, do some things to change it up, take some risks.
First and goal from the 5. They're knocking on the door.
All right. There's a halfback, no tight ends. Newhouse keeps it, the backup quarterback. It's a 3-yard rush on the option with Newhouse, the backup.
On the outside and made a nice play.
Second and goal now from the 3.
Number 30 is in at quarterback.
Shotgun normal, halfback weak, 4-down lineman.
Touchdown, Orange.
Tarkenton takes it, runs right up the middle when he sees the linebacker cheat outside. Tarkenton puts the points on the board. It's a touchdown to begin the game for Syracuse. And halfway through the first,
It was a 6-play.
it is 7-0 Syracuse.
And they add 7 points to the scoreboard.
And Brad, right now, the offensive line just winning the battle in the trenches, opening up some big run room.
Looks like they're ready for the kick. He sends this one deep.
Knight with the kickoff. And it's going to be a touchback.
Got things working right now, so I can't think of a better start.
That's exactly where they had hoped to see this game go. I mean, anytime you can start the game with a stop, get your offense out there, they move the ball down, put points on the board. Now it's just more about trying to maintain what they've already created.
You never like to have to play from behind, but a deficit
4-3 from the defense, and
they just need to go out there and play.
the offense continues to come out with the ace. 2 tight ends, 1 halfback, but the quarterback is under center.
And down he goes.
It's to Bass to the left. He gets hit. The second man takes him down. He gets 5 yards.
From their own 30-yard line, it's second down.
They swap a tight end for the fullback. Tight end's on the left. 2 wide receivers tight on the right.
Fires out to his wideout.
And Butler this time, and he sheds a tackle and decides to go out of bounds after 14 in the first.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 45.
1st and 10 now from the 45 of their own side of the field, back to the ace. Wide receiver comes in motion from left to right,
And he is drilled.
now in the right slot. And Stan Charles is sacked for a loss of 3. Excellent Wolverines team here, but Stan Charles is still a sophomore. He's still young.
So it's 2nd down and 13 yards to go following that quarterback
As
sack.
they move back to the... Oh, this is a different ace with a fullback out wide. Welsh motions from right to left. It's a handoff to Smart up the middle. He dodges through a massive gap, and it's a 19-yard rush by Tyler Smart.
First and 10. Ball on the 39-yard line.
Now it's an eye tight.
He's into
And they run it to the left.
He's at the 30. He's knocked out of bounds. At the
They get
15.
outside, and that's another big yard gain. Tyler Smart, 5 attempts for 50 yards. It's 1st and 10 from the 15 now.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 15-yard line. They'll bring him down at the
Another handoff to Smart. This time he can't break outside. He gets no yards. It's 2nd and 10. They come out in a shotgun normal halfback week, and Orange put a quarter on the field. And it's a run play. It's a draw even, but Coach Stradamus sniffed it out. Adjustments were made. Those safeties you saw came down, brought in, and the whole team committed to the run up the middle. Loses 2 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 12 now.
And this is the 8th play of the drive.
Screen to the right. The defender is waiting right where the ball is, and he actually gets in the way of the receiver. So the receiver can't reach out for the ball. It's going to be a field goal from the 16.
Up for the field goal. The kick is up, and they tack
It's
out
up,
3 points.
and it's down the middle this time, but there's a flag.
After the kick.
Running into the kicker. I have never seen that before in my 17 and a half seasons playing this game. That's incredible. That's the first points of the game for Michigan.
Sends it sailing downfield.
Krause elects not to take it. Syracuse going to get the ball back at 1:26 on their own 25.
They ran the ball very well on their last drive, and it resulted in 6. Syracuse is up 4.
Shotgun split, 2 halfbacks, no tight ends. It looks like a 3-4. Tarkenton pitches it very early to Biner. Ends up being a 1-yard gain.
His college career, he's made some spectacular tackles. Nice play.
From their own 26-yard line. 2nd down. Looks for his running back, incomplete. Syracuse got a guy.
Tarkenton, who throws it and hits the defensive tackle who is playing coverage in the head.
Pick your poison.
Trying to go to the Biner to the angle route, but it's now going to be 3rd and 9.
They spread the field in the gun with 5 wide receivers. Now he tries to buy some time.
Tarkenton scrambles out to the right. Sanders is wide open. He tries to make a move on the cover, but he can't escape him. He gets the first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 41 after succeeding on 3rd and long.
From their own 41-yard line. 1st down.
Biner gets the handoff. He tries to go outside when it doesn't look like the lane is open. He gets 1 yard. Second and 9 from their 42, waning seconds of the first. Shotgun normal, halfback weak. Tarkenton goes to Smith, who's wide open out in the flat. He gets 12 yards and turns to protect the ball from the defender as he's tackled. That's the end of the first. It's 7-3 Syracuse. Syracuse with the ball, having just crossed midfield.
welcome you back to the action here, and we have got a tight one going on in quarter number 2. Syracuse is up by 4.
The Orange come back out in the split. 3 defensive linemen tight in the middle.
Up the middle for
Tarkenton makes the pitch to Biner, who has an open field but gets tripped up as Tarkenton's thrown into him essentially by the tackler. It's going to be 2nd and 3 though on a good run.
And they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. They'll spread the field with 5 wide.
5 wide receivers this time. Tarkenton scrambled out. He's being chased but has lots of space. He's running on the right. It's a 13-yard rush and out of bounds.
Here's the 8th play of the series.
1st and 10 now from the 26. Shotgun normal halfback week. 4 down linemen. Looks like maybe 2 linebackers for the defense. Safety is very close in. Tarkenton taking his time.
He gets out to about the 25-yard line.
Hand off to Biner at 2 seconds. They get 1 yard on first down. A lot of first down runs so far this drive for the Orange, and a lot of 1-yard results.
From the 25-yard line, 2nd down. He scrambled. He's got
Tarkenton again scrambles out.
At the 14.
Runs up the right side of the field for 11 yards and steps out of bounds. 1st and 10 from the 14.
Here's play number 10 on the drive. Syracuse holds a 4-point lead. Makes it to the 12-yard line. A 2-yard run by the
hand off to Biner. He gets 2 yards this time.
Really solidified himself as a reliable tackler, as you can see from that last stop.
From the 12-yard line, it's 2nd down.
And they come out in the I tight, 2 tight ends. Tarkenton throws it to the tight end, the left tight end coming from left to right, and it goes off the hands of the defender who nearly picked it.
The offense caught a break there.
Third and 8 now from the 12.
And once again, they'll come to the line, trying to convert on 3rd down.
Shotgun, wide trips, tight end on the right, wide receiver in the right slot.
Rolls right.
Tarkenton is scrambling out. He's looking. Sanders has to come back for it. It's a 10-yard catch, but he leaves the end zone to get to the ball as Tarkenton had to throw it under strength because he was on the run and falling away. 1st and goal now from the 2.
It's 1st down. So inside the 5 with a 1st and goal. A short yardage defense here.
Goal line defense against the I normal. Actually, might be the Maryland. I can't tell from here. It's a handoff to Wycheck, who gets, they call it 1 yard, but looks more like 1.5. It's 2nd in inches to goal, really.
And here's the 14th play of the drive.
The ball is less than a ball's length from the end zone.
Touchdown, Syracuse.
And it's a QB keeper blast right up the middle. Tarkenton takes it in on the ground.
That gives him another touchdown to go along with the one he he scored earlier.
It's going to be an 11-point game after the field goal. The extra kick, I mean.
And he converts the extra point.
Knight puts it through the uprights. It's going to be 14-3 when Syracuse kick the ball back off.
Ready to kick. He just drills this one. And they can forget about returning this one.
And Knight puts it out the back of the end zone. It's going to be Michigan's next possession from their own 25.
Think about the challenges these two teams are facing.
They've got 4:40.
Way to keep building on your lead, and on the other
They're
side,
down by 11.
way to get back in it.
And they have 3 timeouts, so they'll
Catches it, and he's looking for more.
chances they need it. And goes to Moore on the out route. He gets 23 yards. He had good separation from the corner.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 48-yard line.
They return to the ace, only one tight end. The quarterback is hit as he throws, but Ryan Butler jumps and makes a great one-handed catch and is immediately hit, but keeps the ball. That's a 6-yard gain and 2nd and 4. And it's a pitch. He gets stumbled. Smart has no gain after the second man tackles him. The first man really didn't tackle him, but tied him up enough that the second guy had time.
Third down.
It's 3rd and 3 now.
3 yards to pick up the first down. Quick pass. He's tackled at the 38.
Butler coming in from left to right gets 7 yards in the first down.
That takes some skill.
First and 10. Ball on the 38.
It's an eye with the tight end on the left this
They
time.
got him for a loss.
Defense had that one.
And Smart gets met in the backfield. They sniffed out the run to the left. It's a loss of 4.
From the 42-yard line. Second down. He's at the 30. Throws a strike over the middle. Tackle around the 26-yard line.
Quarterbacks just love this scenario. He had his man one-on-one on a corner route versus man coverage, and you just saw it results in an easy first
Butler
down.
this time with the catch and moves the ball to the 26.
We've got a first and 10. Ball on the 26-yard line.
Michigan returns to the ace. They hand off to Smart.
The 18. And for Smart,
He slips through the line. He gets 8 yards on first down on the ground.
Anytime a back has a year like this, it sure opens some eyes. And let me tell you, he's earned every one of those yards.
And this play is number 8 on the drive.
It's 2nd and 2 now, as looks like a 3-3-5 bear from the defense.
Takes it up the middle for a nice run.
And Smart runs up the line of scrimmage and doesn't like it and runs all the way around the line to the left, goes outside and gets 6 yards. It's 1st and 10 from the 13.
13-yard line. First down.
Tight end on the right this time. It's a handoff to Smart. He gets 4 yards. The line pushes the defensive line open to the right, and the linebacker comes in for the stop. Michigan calling a timeout at 2:01. A very conservative timeout.
They'll wrestle him down in the backfield.
But perhaps smart as Tyler loses 2 yards on second down to make it 3rd and 8.
So we're looking at another 3rd down here.
Still under center, 1 tight end, 1 halfback. Tight end is moving. They move from the tight end position into the left slot.
This one's picked off.
And it's picked off at the 3-yard line by Mayhew. Great angle on the receiver. Stan Charles didn't see him. Was getting pressured. And Mayhew snatches the ball. That saves a bunch of points.
First down.
At least 3, if not 7. But it puts them in the shadow of their own goals post. Syracuse is now out in the 5 wide from the 5. Tarkenton pitching from the paint. Allworth, 8 yards on the right to left drag. And with the hurry up, 1 minute 22 seconds in the live clock, Tarkenton is getting his team moving on 2nd and 2. He scrambles out. He's waiting for separation. He doesn't see it. He throws it. Anderson gets tackled inbounds, but it's worth it for the 32-yard gain. Tarkenton had the first down and the stop at the clock to the right, but he wanted 32, so he's hurrying up. 1:08 from their own 45. Tarkenton scrambles because he doesn't like it. And he gets tackled. It's a 1-yard gain. He's stopped in bounds, and Syracuse spends a timeout. I think Syracuse wanted the slant route to keep running, but the receiver stopped and stopped in a really bad place. 2nd and 9, and Tarkenton comes out in the eye at 1:01.
On play action, under heavy pressure. Slings it to his fullback.
And he goes to Wycheck, the fullback. He gets 2 yards and another timeout spent.
Third down now, and they need to get it inside the 45.
3rd and 7 here. They're a yard and a half short of midfield. 7.5, 6.5, sorry, short of midfield. And Smith catches it and drops it when hit hard by the free safety. 4th and 7 now from their own 48.
And it's the offense that takes the field on 4th down.
And Syracuse spending their
In the gun, empty backfield, 5 wide.
their 4th down attempt. Aggressive here on 4th and 7 with 52 seconds to go.
Under pressure. He's pushed out of bounds.
Tarkenton tries to get outside, and he can't. He's swarmed and pushed out of bounds. It's a turnover on downs from the 48.
We'll have to see now how the offense responds this time after throwing a pick on their last drive.
45 seconds and 3 timeouts now for Michigan.
Moving forward after a turnover.
Wolverines defense doing an excellent job to prevent points by Tarkenton there after the turnover. Butler catches the ball at 11 yards and gets out of bounds.
From the 41-yard line, it's first down.
Charles waiting. Butler this time. Again, 7 yards. It costs a timeout because they do not get the first down. It's 2nd and 3 from the 34. Charles waits, scrambles, runs right into his own offensive line and loses 3 yards, and Syracuse is going to spend a timeout. It's now 3rd and 6.
Now they need to get it down to the 31. And he's hit immediately.
And Smart gets Robinson. It's a contested catch, but 25 yards, and 1st and 10 now as the Wolverines hurry up to the 13-yard line. Charles has time in the pocket, and Bailey this time gets the pick. That's 2 touchdown-saving picks.
Let's find out what kind of fight and character they have to try to get back in the game.
First and 10. Ball on the 20.
Tarkenton now under center in the I. Scrambling out, he gets Allworth, steps out of bounds. That's 13 yards. 14 seconds remain in the half.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 33.
14 seconds. Under center.
You know, at that point, I think
and he's hit, and it's deflected and incomplete. The stop clock's at 11 seconds.
Throw the ball just to throw the ball. If you feel like you're not going to be able to make a play and the defense got you, just give up on that play and get ready for the next down.
And he's going to be sacked. And for Williams, what a year.
And Tarkenton is sacked. He loses 6. 6 seconds remain, and no one stops the clock this time.
In the air tonight, as we're only 1/2 away from crowning the national champion.
That's halftime. It's 14-3.
14-3, Orange.
Hi, everybody. Glad to have you with us on the EA Sports NCAA Football 14.
All right. Thank you for joining us. A quick look at your halftime stats. It is 14-3 Michigan here at the half. Michigan with 5 more yards and what has to be the best running game against Syracuse yet this season. In their 13 other games, Syracuse gave up an average of negative 3.5 yards on the ground. Michigan have 87 in the first half. Syracuse can have 75 yards on the ground and have only 7 more passing yards than Michigan, 121 to 114. turnovers, 2 big turnovers in the red zone by Michigan really make the difference in this game so far, and big reason, along with the orange defense getting a big stop as well other times. And that's the story right there. Thank you for joining us. We will be kicking off soon as we have a good halftime break. As you can see, also worth noting that while Syracuse is slightly better off in third down conversions at 66%, they're still only 2 out of 3, whereas Michigan is 3 out of 6. So that's a couple of more possessions there that didn't go Michigan's way. They completed 1 field goal, they missed 1 field goal, and they had 2 picks. I think they punted the ball once. And whereas Syracuse going to third down less and a slightly higher percentage, but not all of it. Thank you for catching this halftime. We'll pick it up shortly. All right, and it looks like the teams are exiting the locker rooms and ready to get the third quarter kicked off. All right.
Halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation.
Welcome back, everybody. Second half action about to begin.
And it's Syracuse getting the kick. Krause underneath it.
They'll bring him down.
He gets some good blocking. One man escapes, and he gets to the 23-yard line.
Both squads are digging in now. Let's see what happens on this next drive.
It is 1st and 10 now from the left hash on the 22. Tarkenton keeps it on the read option.
It's a good 5
gain of 5 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's going to be 2nd and 5 now as he gets taken down shortly, but good yards on the first down run.
Ball on their own 27. He scrambles.
Tarkenton scrambles. He's really forced out of the pocket this time. Doesn't have any good looks.
They really pounded him on that.
He tries to get the ball away. He doesn't. Gets hit out of bounds. It's 3rd and 5.
Third down, 5 yards to go. Ball on the 27.
Orange come out in the split big. 2 tight ends, 2 halfbacks. It's a pass to Allworth out of the backfield. He gets 7 yards and a first down.
Just kind of see where they are as far as their psyche and their approach to the game. This is another big 3rd down. He was able to sit back, evaluate the defense, had just enough time to be able to make the throw. They pick up the first down, they get a new set of downs.
1st and 10. Ball on their own 34.
Hand off to Biner. He gets up the middle and he has a clear lane, 13 yards.
Number 30 is in at quarterback.
Here we go. Green 88. Green 88.
No tight end, just 1 halfback offset and 4 wide receivers.
Catches it, and that's all. They just took what the defense gave them on that play.
Yeah, you're right. That was
And Allworth comes over the middle this time, right to left. Gets 6 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 4.
Away here on 2nd down.
Ready. 180. Wide.
Scrambling around. Slides down.
Tarkenton scrambles out and lots of space. He gets first down and a bunch more.
Number 45 is in at quarterback.
From the 32-yard line. First down. Nice run up the middle. A nice option play. The tailback gets
Hand
6
off to
yards
Biner.
before
Gets
he's brought
6
down.
yards.
That make it 2nd and 4.
So it's 2nd down now, and they need about 4 yards to pick up the first.
It's 2nd and 4 now from the 25-yard line. Shotgun normal halfback weak. 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers. Tarkenton waiting. He doesn't like it, but the Newhouse gets open. Newhouse, the fullback, backup quarterback, backup a lot of things. He's open out in the left flat. He gets the first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 18 now.
From the 18-yard line. First down.
14.
In the shotgun and 5 wideouts.
Ready. Green 95.
5 wide receivers.
Quick throw out to the receiver.
Anderson this time over the middle. And he leans and stretches out and he gets the first down. First and goal now from the 8.
It's first down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here.
The Orange come out in the spread, and the defense spread their 4 down linemen out very wide.
And they make the stop at the 9.
Tarkenton keeps it, and the defense moves his run blocker in exactly the wrong spot.
I think this safety has that.
There's no gain on the play.
His instincts on that play were special. He read the run, got into the backfield, and made the play.
It's second and goal.
Second and goal now from the 9. We are halfway through the 3rd. Tarkenton on the left hash in the I normal.
Runs with it, and he's got room.
He's waiting for somebody to be open. Nobody is. He scrambles and he gets 7 yards and decides to take it out of bounds and avoid the hit. It's 3rd and goal from the 1.
Here's the 12th play of the drive.
Tight here. Tarkenton under center. Letting the clock run down. And it's a handoff to Byner, and he has a clean lane.
It takes a lot of strength to run it when you're.
And now Syracuse has scored as many touchdowns as Michigan has scored points, with the extra points going to be 21-3.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. Knight gets set to kick this one away. He really got a hold of that kick.
Once again, Knight puts it out the back of the end zone. Michigan is going to start with the touchback.
I think these coaches love to coach a guy like this, and another great performance by him individually and for this offense.
There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game.
It's a shotgun. Looks like a wide trips from Michigan, and the quarterback gets outside and he breaks the first tackle. Stan Charles gets 16 yards in the quarterback scramble.
From their own 41-yard line, it's first down.
1st and 10. Quarterback under center, fullback out to the left. Tight end moves into the slot on the right. It's a draw play, and it was sniffed out by the coach, Stradamus, as you saw. The coach committed to the play. It's 2nd and 13 now after the 3-yard loss. Ace single tight end on the left. He's moving in motion. Moves to the right. Barely sets. Moore on the right to left. Sorry, left to right drag. Gets tackled. They call that forward progress. 14 yards for the first down.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 49-yard line.
Michigan once again in orange territory. Shotgun normal, halfback weak. Looks like a bubble screen. And 2 defenders are on Carl Smith immediately. He catches the ball. That's his first catch of the game, and it's for no yards. Carl Smith been totally taken out of this game to date.
From the 48-yard line. Second down. He's at the 40. Makes it out to about the 39.
And Tyler Smart gets 9 yards on the run. The heavy to the left faked out the defense. They committed heavy to the left side, and it was a run to the right. He gets 9 yards.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 1.
It's an I with 2 wide receivers on the tight left, and it's a handoff to Russell Welsh, the fullback. It only goes for 3, but that's enough to get the first down. Shotgun normal, halfback weak. Another bubble screen. This time the 2 defenders dive, and that's a touchdown play for Carl Smith. He got 1 yard catch for 0 and another for a big play for a touchdown when the 2 defenders fell over.
And so far he has been. Great catch for the touchdown.
And that reels it in just a little bit, but it's going to be 10 to 21 with 1:02 remaining in the third.
Brad, I thought that was a textbook drive. I thought they did a really
Still a tough hill to climb for Michigan.
Just an overall well-executed.
Despite Michigan still leading in yards.
Tries to get around the corner. And he's taken down at the 25.
Bailey gets to about the 26 before he's pushed out of bounds on the return.
And we see this offense again after what you, Kirk, called a very physical touchdown drive.
Well, I say that, Brad, because the big hog mollies up front were able to...
Shotgun, split big, a lot of guys in the box for the defense. Tarkenton holds onto it, and the defender sheds his block, gets a hand on him. It's a loss of yard on first down.
An even bigger loss.
Second and 11 coming up now. Ball on their own 24. The quarterback in the gun. Empty backfield. 5 wide receivers.
5 wide receivers, 3 down linemen, an empty middle of the field here. Tarkenton scrambles, waits, throws. Anderson on the slant. He was clean and clear, but he steps a foot out of bounds, and they call the play dead. They go to the split, no tight ends this time. Fewer guys in the box. Quarterback keeps it, pitches it. Binder tries to spin to move upfield. He gets tackled anyway. It's a 3-yard gain. And that's the end of the third. Syracuse have the ball, and they're up 21-10.
Is 1 quarter away from naming the number 1 team in the country. Our score, 21-10, Syracuse.
Second and 7 from their own 44.
Into the 4th quarter now, and we're back to the action. They come out on an empty backfield.
5 wide receivers for the Orange.
Now he's scrambling.
Tarkenton forced out of the pocket. Doesn't have anybody to throw to, but lots of green space. Great run blocking by the wide receiver on the right. He's going, and it is fumbled. It's a 51-yard rush, and it's fumbled out of bounds. We'll see where they stop the ball. They call it the 5. Okay, they're saying he was out of bounds before he dropped the ball. That's a 51-yard scramble by Fran Tarkenton.
Syracuse trying to go up by 3 scores. Backup quarterback into the game now to call the signals. Brought down.
Newhouse
5-yard line.
hands it off to Biner, who gets 0 yards as the center is pushed right back into it. Big injury here. Will return soon for Fran Tarkenton. So likely he will return in this game. And thankfully for Newhouse, he's only going to go 5 yards.
2nd down, goal to go. Ball on the 5. 5 guys will be out in the pattern as they're in the shotgun.
5 wide receivers here.
Touchdown.
Newhouse gets it despite being tackled at the line of scrimmage, and he gets it because he's a fullback. He's not a quarterback. He's not a halfback, despite being the backup both of those. Very low depth this season at quarterback and halfback, so Newhouse playing both as necessary. And he's able to muscle through the linebacker
So a 6-play,
and get the touchdown.
drive, and that's good for a touchdown.
And Brad, right now, the offensive line just winning the battle in the trenches, opening up some big running lanes.
Knight is lined up to kick this one off. Nice kick, plenty of distance.
It's now 28-10. Michigan down by 18 points with 7:15 remaining.
The it factor, the swagger, whatever you want to call it, when they take the field, they know they're better than you. And as a group of 11, they play like they know they're going to stop you.
Last drive ended with as good a result as you can hope for, and I'm sure they'd like to replicate that here.
1st and 10 from their own 25, and Michigan's still under center.
And down he goes. At the
Fletcher
27.
goes for Stan Charles. Stan Charles gets 2 yards on the scramble as the defense has decided that they think that Michigan is going to a heavy pass defense now and have seemed to have putting different personnel on the field expecting the pass one.
2nd and 8. Ball on the 27-yard line.
With 23 runs and 15 passes, we'll see if Michigan has made that transition themselves or not. Tight end switches from left to right. Brooks almost comes clean through. And Smith, his 3rd catch of the game, this one for 21 yards and out of bounds. Two plays, 2 passes, so far holding true.
Ball on the 47-yard line.
But Syracuse unable to prevent the completions.
He gets sacked on the play.
But Brooks comes through clean that time. He gets a 7-yard sack.
Defense looking for another sack in this 2nd down and long situation.
Tight end switches sides from left to right once again. And Brooks comes through 8 yards this time, back-to-back sacks.
That's going to lead to turnovers.
It's going to be 3rd and 25 now. A real tough ask for this run-heavy Michigan Wolverine team down by 18 points.
Defense hoping for another sack here on 3rd and long. And he's taken down at about the 47.
It's a completion to John Moore, but it's only for 21 yards. It's going to be 4th and 4, and it does look like Michigan's going to go for it.
So they're going to go for it here.
Blue 14. Blue 14.
Throws it out and it falls in.
Charles waits. Smith
What a play by the defense. There's no better
gets his hands on it, but they call him out of bounds. It's a turnover on downs.
I'll tell you that much.
That's a big, big play there as he was wide open. But the ball was thrown too far away from him and too far out of bounds. Syracuse. Ball again. It looks like Tarkenton has returned.
Teams are well aware.
They start with the ball on the 47-yard line
Almost insurmountable lead.
of their side of the field.
Really got to step it up and make a stop. Got an opening.
Quarterback keeper to Tarkenton. The right receiver comes in to block the safety, turns it into a 20-yard run with great downfield blocking.
From the 33-yard line. First down.
Shotgun normal. 6 guys right up there.
He makes it to the 32-yard line.
Hand off to Biner. The middle linebacker is unblocked, and he stops Biner after a 1-yard gain.
From the 32-yard line, it's second down.
It's a shotgun ace. Tight ends flanking the tackles.
Gains his way to the
Tarkenton keeps it, runs up between the guard and the center in a real clean lane, gets 10 yards and is stopped by the secondary. First and 10 now on the 23, less than half of a quarter remain.
First and 10, ball on the 23. And they get nice yardage.
Biner takes the handoff this time, and he changes direction to move to the right. When the lane opens up, he gets 5 yards. It's second and 5.
Just under 3 to go in regulation.
Clock moving, under 3 minutes now. Tarkenton lets the play clock move too. Another handoff to Biner. The corner comes in from the edge but can't slow him down before he gets the first down. First and 10 now from the 11.
From the 11-yard line. First down.
Tarkenton snaps through the 1 second mark, hands it off to Biner. He gets 4 yards and stopped, but the clock keeps on ticking.
They're at the 8. Second down. Empty backfield. Quarterback in the gun. 5 wide receivers. And it's caught, and he's brought down quickly. Kirk, that was a nice grab.
Allworth from right to left on the drag. He gets 3 yards, and it keeps the clock moving at 3rd and 3 from the 4.
Here's the 8th play of the series.
Shotgun normal. Tarkenton keeps it, scrambles, he's chased, he's sandwiched between an end and a corner, and he's sacked for a loss of 9. It's going to be 4th and 12. But that's a Pyrrhic victory there for Michigan, as Syracuse is going to be able to waste all but the last 11 seconds before kicking this field goal.
We have less than a minute to go.
And as Knight lines up to kick, we're going to start wrapping up what happened in this game. You saw a fantastic defensive performance from the Syracuse Orange, and really a pretty good defensive performance from the Michigan Wolverines, who held the Syracuse Orange, who have an average of 58 points. They were held to 28 this time. And 10 seconds remain in this historic four-peat. It is the first time in league history that someone has won a back-to-back national titles, but Syracuse have done it. They have won the last 4 in a row.
And he got all of this one. Great kick.
Knight kicks it off, and we're going to see a couple of final plays here from the Wolverines.
Any coach in the country will tell you, to have a great defensive player, he's got to have intensity and he's got to have an edge to him. This young man has demonstrated that, and I don't know if I've seen anybody play with this kind of effort all year long. To me, this is just
maybe one, maybe 2 plays just before they go home.
And stronger than the guy trying to block you.
I'm sure there are a lot of fans out there hoping for a miracle, but I seriously doubt we're going to see one today. Straight up the middle, and he'll lose yardage.
It's never good.
Hand off to Smart. He loses a yard.
But this guy
Michigan calls a baffling timeout.
From their own 24.
Clock is stopped with 7 seconds. I don't know who the offensive play caller is for Michigan. And while they've had some good plays and some wide openings, like more there, when it was clearly, expecting the run, I can't say I'm impressed at all with this offensive play calling performance. The individual player performances have been decent, but staying with this ace when their quarterback was getting way too much pressure, staying with this run when it was getting sniffed out, there was just no reason not to make a change, and they should have done it earlier, and they never even did it down by 21. But that's not the point. The point is a great game by Syracuse, a phenomenal defensive performance, and a good offensive performance, and an incredible, historic national title 4 in a row. Fran Tarkenton, the player of the game, the coach's trophy going, Coach Spectre. A great game, and really sniffed it out on defense, gave them opportunities to make it work enough of the time on offense. The game ends 31-10. And thank you for joining us for this special Thursday night edition, this national title game for Season 17 of League One. Your Season 17 champions are the Syracuse Orange. They scored 31 points. They had 20 first downs. And it wasn't until really the fourth quarter that they had more total yardage than the Wolverines. However, the Wolverines with 98 rushing yards, which is 103.5 more than the average number of rushing yards in a single game against Syracuse this season. The red zone percentage, a atrocious 33% for Michigan. They scored 1 field goal on 3 attempts. And the time of possession, while in Syracuse's favor by 7 minutes, not a exclusive performance, shall we say. Well, thank you for joining us, and we hope you join us again next week. Sorry, not next week, tomorrow night. Are we no longer? No, looks like we're live. Looks like we're just hung. Okay. So tomorrow night on this Twitch channel, you can catch the Rose Bowl, which we'll get a preview of right about now. As coach, make sure to, keep his precious crystal trophy safe in all of the ruckus and the celebration. As we see the upcoming bowl game tomorrow evening, the Rose Bowl between number 5 Navy and number 3 USC. As you can see, a formidable offense for USC, number 3 in points, number 5 in total offense, 27 in rushing, and 12 in passing versus a very formidable defense for Navy. Number 2 in total defense, number 3 in rush defense, number 27 in pass defense, and number 4 in turnover differential. It's going to be a tough game. It's a fantastic roster for the Trojans. And following that, you will see Ohio State versus Central Michigan in the Orange Bowl. Again, two teams with some great statistics. Central Michigan leading the way in points per game, total defense, and rush defense. Ohio State having a superior total offense. So, Central Michigan scores more points, Ohio State gets more yards. And Ohio State has a thunderous 243-yard rushing offense, number 11 in the country. And a fantastic, or I should say a better pass defense, number 47 in the country. Both teams with a middling average amount of turnovers. So those are what you can expect tomorrow night in League 1. The first game will be here. The second game will be on the channel of Coach Blitzkrieg, as well as hosted here and hosted on the League 1 College Football Master Twitch. So thank you for joining us. Have a great 24 hours before we see you again. Kick its ass.